I can really think of no better location to study urban planning and urban studies than Concordia University here in downtown Montreal. Our campus here is located on top of a metro station, and this makes Concordia a fascinating place to study urban transportation and urban issues in general. We're part of the city, and as you can see around me, we're part of the life of the city. There is no clear boundary where Concordia ends and where the city of Montreal begins. We're all one and the same.
There are challenges nowadays, pertaining to urban development. We actually go out and work with people, with community groups, with the city, and look at the actual environment and how it evolves over time and how it could be transformed for the better in the future. This is our lab. Montreal is our lab.
All our students really are deeply interested in environmental issues and grateful that we provide the training that gives them a broader perspective. It's not just technically understanding just rivers or forests, it's putting things together from the natural science perspective, but also from the social science perspective, because you can't look at the environment without thinking that there are people living there, interacting with the environment. Those who are doing an environmental science bachelor's also have a multidisciplinary aspect to it from other science departments, so it includes biology courses, chemistry, so they are able afterwards in the job market to talk at least or understand biologists, chemists, engineers, because they will have had that training at the undergraduate level.
The one thing that distinguishes us from most other departments is the fact that we spend so much time in the field. The students actually get out of the classroom. So in the physical geography courses, such as the ones I teach, they definitely get into the field. The geology instructors take them out quite a bit. Likewise, the urban studies professors are often taking students on day trips around Montreal to discuss this or that. And the other thing, in general, there's limits on how much you're going to learn under the fluorescent lights in a classroom. The things you learn will be imprinted much more deeply when you see them in the field.
In my course, which is on the world of food, you can use the restaurant just as you can use a textbook. You see a whole history here of Canadian immigration, of story of globalization, and in fact the world coming to Montreal and Montreal seeing the world as a series of really very important issues, I think. It takes something that's a real part of their experience, everyday experience, and showing them how that relates to these big issues.
Our program, because it's interdisciplinary nature, because of our ties to the students and trying to as much, work with them on the curriculum and how we're going to develop it and so forth, and to suit their needs. It helps keep us grounded. I feel coming to Concordia, in some ways, it's even more dynamic than most other institutions I've been in terms of the diversity of the base of students.
There's a wide range of geology courses that students can take through this department. For students who just want to take one course, maybe they're interested in volcanoes or geology of other planets. They're interested in natural disasters, so you could take just one course. Or you might want to, what I often find is students come in and take the whole suite and just keep asking for more.
When I wanted to come back to university, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do an arts or a science course. And looking at the geography program, they always have a mix. It's a good balance between physical geography in the sciences and human geography. The geography department also has its new GIS lab, a cartography lab, a geology lab, and the urban planning lab. It gives me an opportunity to be active, like issues that I really care about, like climate change. Geographers care a lot about that.
I went into the geography department with an eye for the environment. I realized quickly that the most drastic effects that take place on the environment come from cities. Many projects now need to be authorized or verified with urban planners before they can go ahead. So I think in the job market, it's a good bet.
I think we're all united in trying to foster people's curiosity about the world. It gives you a lifelong resource for just taking on the problems of 20 years down the road. We don't know what they're going to be, but we will hope we will have equipped people with an openness to understand all of the perspectives that they're going to need to take on board to try and deal with future changes.